Yes, ma'am.
Can you elaborate on the reading range and the interference in the antennas?
Sure. So there's a very tiny antenna in here. There's a little green tab. I can just hand this off to you guys if you want. And again, that just transmits a signal that says, here's my number, here's my reading, and here's my status, whether that's a leak or a tamper. On average, and when I say on average, I mean the meter is relatively close to the surface. There's no interference like a metal box. If you have a plastic box, the meter box isn't filled with water. We get about 1,500 feet. That range is determined because we're on a non-FCC licensed frequency, so we can only go up to so much wattage. So I think it's like a quarter of a watt. And 1,500 feet is generally far enough for a water meter. What happens is that water meter gets deeper, or if you put water on it, or worst case scenario, you put a metal lid, that 1,500 feet starts shrinking. So you have to be closer and closer, because it's having a hard time getting the signal out.
So the transmission from the laptop to headquarters regarding cybersecurity back, can you elaborate on that?
So the meter itself just transmits its electronic ID. We have all of those electronic IDs in your billing system. So every month they download that to a laptop that doesn't really have internet. And that's all of your customer information. So it says Jeremy Greer, his EID is 1234567, and here's his last reading. There's also the address and things like that.
So is the information that's inputted via the reader range into the laptop, is it being placed on another computer at the town hall?
Yes. So once we collect, so Town Hall has a computer that downloads to our software, then it goes to the laptop and we collect all of the readings, and then we send it back to the USB drive, which goes back to that Town Hall computer, and then it gets uploaded to your billing system.
So at any time, correct me if I'm wrong, what are the risks of any of that transition?
So in terms of cybersecurity,
being
correct.
corrupted?
In terms of corruption, like actual data corruption, very minor, very minor. The laptop would have to be having a hard drive issue.
Very minor?
Because like,
That's all. Thank you.
and in terms of cybersecurity, the laptop itself doesn't have internet, so nobody can access that. And if they had access to your billing system to be able to get to my system, you're already in trouble. So there's not much I can do about that.
Right.
Yes, sir.
The electronic reading should match with the physical reading?
100% at all times.
It
If it doesn't, then it's a warranty issue. We'll change it out.
does not match.
Yours does not. Okay. We have seen an issue, and I don't know if it's a physical damage thing. I haven't gotten my samples back from Mastermeter yet, where we have that mismatch. Me and Roxanne have actually worked on the field over the last 5 or 6 months. We're working on replacing those because we have a report specific to find those, so we can change them out. And I'm hoping to get answers from the manufacturer on exactly what's happening with those registers.
So the reading they get matches up from month to month.
But it doesn't, the electronic, because what's happening is the manual reading is still increasing,
Right.
but our electronic reading for some reason isn't increasing along with it. So you have a zero usage bill every month. So,
Well, you don't have a zero usage.
wait, like a flat, that's not zero usage, but we have a flat bill.
I think the reading is right. It just doesn't match
The electronic, yeah. And that's definitely a problem that we're aware of and we're looking into. So I'm sure they can tell you when your meter was read, because we track that information. I think your billing does too. And then when that actually gets put into a bill, that would be a question for the town.